All right, welcome everyone finally with another episode of Kicking It with Gab and Chooch.
I'm Gab,
I'm Chooch.
and we got some news for you today coming from Chooch's household.
We got some news. We got a Miss Chooch coming.
A Mrs. Chooch.
Mrs. Chooch.
She's coming. She's
She's
coming.
coming.
Congratulations to Ivan.
Thank you.
I'm sure you don't know when it's gonna happen yet, right?
We
But
still got a long way to go.
long
You
way
know,
to
the
go.
plan,
Okay.
to plan everything. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, for sure. It happened I want to say during the international break,
During
I
the international
believe.
break.
Yeah, during the
It's
international
because
break.
I knew Chelsea wasn't gonna play and they couldn't ruin my week.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Everybody
you.
wish them congratulations. Now we'll get into the episode. Do our rewards like usual. Then we're going to talk the game of the week, recap the Prem, go into Champions League, and that'll be the episode. Segment 1, awards, banger of the week.
Banger of the week.
If it's not who we all know it should be from you, your credibility's ruined.
Raheem Sterling. No, I'm just kidding. No, it has to be Garnacho. It was a
Hey, that would have
banger.
been a contender for
Absolute.
sure.
Yeah, if Garnacho didn't score that goal,
Yeah.
Sterling would have been there.
Yeah.
But no, Garnacho was. I've been telling you, buddy. This kid's special. You like to trash him here and there.
I just said that I don't I've been saying he needs to start, but when he started, he's been awful. I didn't think the lineups that they were bringing in with him would work. This lineup was completely different, and it worked. And I mean, that's a banger. You got to have some flair to even try that. You gotta, like
And to hit
everybody's
it the way
saying,
he did was insane.
Everybody was saying he has to, or it's his football ego that allowed him. Well, the pundits are saying it, that allowed him to make that. I mean, yeah, I mean it's true. Like we've seen Messi try it a few times. I mean, he scored him.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of players with him.
Yeah, but a lot of players with him, and even Messi's aren't as good as that. You know, like I mean, no one's hit him like that except Ronaldo, Garnacho. Rooney. I mean, even Rooney's. I mean, look how high Garnacho got, but he's like
Zlatan's.
Just goal for goal. Yeah, this is one of the top. This is
one of the best bikes.
It's one of the best bikes of all time, I think, for sure. Just is a shocker. Like, man, you really can't make it up. Absolute insane goal. That's the goal of the week. I think he has to, in my opinion, get the Star Boy of the week for that. I mean, Manchester United, they dominated that game. They won. But that was different gravy for sure. Unreal.
I'm going to go with the different Star Boy of the week. I'm actually going to go with someone that Chelsea played against. Kid in the midfield, I think it's like Lewis or something, Miley. He's like 17 years old, buddy. He fucking balled out in the midfield. He got the assist on, I think, the first goal. He looked really good. We played like shit, and shout out to him because he looked really good.
I think even Anthony Gordon played insane, thrashed Chelsea. But yeah, I mean, for me, it had to be Garnacho. Like, it's just insane, and the fact that he hit the Sui, that was just iconic. If I was Italian, I'd be hitting the thing, but that was iconic goal in Goodison Park. Away. Imagine if that was at Old Trafford. That'd be insane.
Jeez.
Yeah, the crowd was going crazy. Even the Everton fans were. I mean, if you look, you know how they always post the pictures of the silencers and everything? Look at their faces when they see him score that goal. He's running back to the ball, shoots it the opposing way. Near post would have been crazy, but the fact that it was far post, running back after he was full sprinting up, oh, and then the Selly, he didn't even know what he did. I feel like I would have hit that suit so much harder. Like he hit a little, just a casual one, but no, bro, that one was insane goal. Garnacho has all my praise this week. He gained my respect. Gained my
All of a
respect.
sudden.
From now on, Garnacho is him. But
No.
still better than Anthony. Still better than anyone they got right now besides Rashford, I'd say. But Garnacho, you earned my respect. Yeah, even Starboy and Banger of the Week. For sure, the Sterling goal was a potential Banger of the Week. There was a lot of some potential Banger of the Weeks, meaning like there was a couple of goals from, or not a couple goals, a couple of chances from corners that could have been some real bangers, but they got deflected. Really a lot of good games this week. I mean,
Yeah.
the games
Good
were
week back.
insanely good for the week back. Yeah, the short week for everyone. Yeah, played well. Everyone played well. Not really anything that was that bad. Let's go into City versus Liverpool,
Game of the
which to
week.
me was the game of the week. Um, Trent got cooked. One man of the match still. Scored a good goal.
Scared a
That
little
was a
goal.
good shot. Yeah, I mean, Mo Salah, just beautiful pass. I mean, dude's in his second coming. I've been saying that. He's like okay, when Messi scored 91 goals in a calendar year, like, and then he kept scoring goals. He scored 52, I think, the next year or whatever. But when Messi got older, now his passing is more than his scoring. Like Mo Salah right now is kind of doing the same thing. Like he's still a scorer and he's still got it, but his assists are really good right now. I mean, his vision is insane, setting up goals. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like we've been saying
Diego.
it from the beginning of the year. Mo Salah wasn't scoring goals, but he was assisting a lot. We're seeing it more and more. He's just becoming an all-around winger. He's looking insane.
Yeah, he's aging like fine wine, like LeBron James, like Messi, just gaining a second. He's seeing the game in a different way right now. Um, I thought Doku's making a huge name for himself. Like, doesn't he? Okay, he's been playing, but he doesn't play all the time. He's not a sure starter, but I feel like right now he's becoming a sure starter just because all the chances he gives you, and everybody will say he's not doing anything, but he's giving real chances in the box every time he runs down the wing. I mean, yeah, every ball is not perfect. We're not like playing FIFA or, this is real life. These guys got to make crosses while an attacker's or a defender's right on their hip. But I mean, he's making real chances, giving Erling Haaland a lot of chances, giving Julian Alvarez a lot of chances, and I mean, he's a must start for sure right now, I think. And Jack Grealish is having a tough time getting back in the starting lineup. I mean, Jack Grealish is phenomenal, but he does bring a different aspect. I think he's a great crosser for sure from the box, from inside the opponent's box. At the same time, I don't know. Doku has it's a different type. It's a different type. He can score or cross. I feel like Jack Grealish is more of a supplier inside the opponent's box. Let's see. There was a little bit of Pep Darwin drama at the
Yeah.
end. I don't know what was said, but Darwin was chirping, and then Jurgen Klopp got between them. Um, Klopp and Pep are good friends. I mean, I don't know about good friends, but they have
They
very
have
high mutual
respect.
respect for each
Yeah.
other to not allow any of that craziness. I thought that this game Liverpool played was exactly Liverpool, how they've been all season. To me, they play extremely well on the counter. They play well with 10 men. They could play well with 9 men, in my opinion. It's just the way they play. They're built on the counter, in my opinion. They didn't score the goal on the counter. I mean, it was a semi-transitional counter, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, they got the goal. It was a pretty good goal. Really tough shot from Trent. Ederson, I mean, there's not much he could have done. He made the dive, but it was just perfectly placed. But I think City are a little bit lacking. I mean,
Yeah. I think they
we've
definitely deserved the win. They dominated possession, but they had the shots. But I don't know.
it's just something right now. I mean, this is the time of the year
Yeah.
that we know everything. There's every competition going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
We saw tons of injuries during the international break. Holland, Holland was injured, didn't play for Norway in a crucial game where they got eliminated from the Euros. Vinny got injured. He's going to be injured. Kamavinga's going to be injured for a long time. Like all these players are. It's a tough schedule right now. But definitely, like I said, I think it's usual, but they're definitely lacking a little bit of dominance. It's a new aspect. Like I said, we haven't seen City play. We haven't seen anyone play with like a real winger like Doku, which is a bit different. Um, Foden's been playing well. I feel like Holland's been playing well. It's just you can't expect to see what we saw last year. I don't know. That's like to me, everybody was saying like, oh, like
Happened merchant.
can he do it again? I'm
Hmm.
like, what do you mean can he do it again? He just had the best season ever that anyone's ever had, and you're asking can he do it again? Has anyone done it again? No, they haven't. But Holland's still playing really good. He'll find his dominance again. He'll score a hat trick and probably tomorrow. I think tomorrow they play. Um, but yeah, City are just lacking a little bit of something, a little bit of just urgency, but it could just be tired legs. All the
I,
competition.
yeah, there's a lot of competitions. I think that's the last international break for I think like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. So we're
Yeah,
just getting pure ball. The last games of the Champions League, and then like we said, the winter is always the toughest in the Premier League. This is like make it or break it usually.
absolutely. Um, let's go take a look into the rest of the Prem. Scores coming in start with today's game. Fulham beat Wolves 3-2. I watched that entire game. Really good game, really entertaining. Willian had 2 pens. Iwobi scored the other one. Thought Iwobi could have scored another one. I think Iwobi's been good. I think he's above what Fulham are as a whole. I think Paulinia's that too, and I think Willian's that as well. Um, but Willian's on the short end of his career. That Fulham makes sense. Even like a Serie A team would make sense, or an Italian team would, or not not an Italian team, Liga team would make sense for him either. But I think Polinia, I think Iwobi, they can make a move. Could be one of those little shorter signings that you see in January, but I hope to see them play bigger stages for sure. Polini was out today with suspension on yellow cards. He had 5. Let's go. Big shocker. Sunday game. Villa versus Spurs.
They're bottling it, buddy. They are bottling it.
It's nothing
In
new.
true Tottenham fashion.
We already knew. This is nothing new. This is no surprise. At home, lost to Villa 2-1. And it's definitely, like I said, I've been saying it all year. James Madison is a game changer, and him being out is huge. They have a lot of the same players. Minus the defender, minus James Madison. Everyone else is playing well. Everyone else has been playing well. But James Madison is the key. Like I'm telling you, he can make the play. He can make the pass. He can score the goal. He can do everything that they needed in the midfield. Villa just been killing it. I'm a Villa favorite. I've been talking about Villa all year. They play the counter extremely well. Musa Diaby always makes the right pass. Ollie Watkins always makes the right pass. Man, they have something good going on. I've been seeing I think the Ollie Watkins stuff, I think he's gonna stay because all the transfer rumors have died down. Everyone's talking about Tony right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's talking about
Oshiman.
Oshiman, yeah, coming to the Prem. Hopefully, we'll see. That'll be crazy. Nkuku's coming back. That's good.
Can't
A
wait
lot
for
of
that.
stuff's coming. Yeah, a lot of good stuff's coming. Let's take a look. Man United and Everton 3-0. We talked about Garnacho's goal. Absolutely insane.
Bang.
Rashford scores a pen. Yeah, I mean, that was a good game. I watched it just because it was on. Didn't see the Garnacho goal live. I probably watched started about like the 35th minute. So when I started watching, but yeah, as soon as I hopped awake, as soon as I hopped awake, I saw on Twitter that he scored a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Looked at it, then started watching the game. But yeah, I mean, Man United dominated. Everton had been on a roll. I thought things were going to change. They were going to beat Man United, but they didn't. I mean, absolute banger. That was a good game to watch. Saturday, Man City Liverpool. We went over that one. Burnley West Ham. West Ham won 2-1.
About
That
time.
was not a surprise. Yeah, I mean, Burnley's a absolutely terrible team. Luton with a big win over Crystal Palace. Oh man, I watched that game too. That was a good game to watch. You just
With
the atmosphere at home
saw Michael
for
Elise
Luton.
play.
Yeah, Olise. It's Olise.
Elise, oh, because he's
It's
French.
Olise because he's French.
Oh, oui, oui.
And anyway, Eze played. Eze got injured. Or was it Olise? Olise. It was Olise that got injured.
Did
It was
he?
Olise that got injured. Yes, he got
Oh
injured
God.
again. But yeah, Luton at home, first win ever in the Premier League. Huge, huge for them. And Crystal
They
Palace
did.
are a bit better, I'd say. Newcastle absolutely thrashed Chelsea. Where did they go wrong? Where did they go wrong?
Silly mistakes. You know, Reece James got sent off. No, but that was even before. No, that was afterwards. But I don't know. It's just God. Once again, that international break is killing us. We're getting Enzo 2 days before a game. Caicedo
Caicedo came back a
a
day and a
day and a
half.
half, bro. Like he didn't even play. I think he got subbed on later on. Um, and nothing was just really going our way. You know, you saw that Thiago Silva trying to do the scoop turn, and he
I saw him
freaking
try to do a scoop turn. I saw him like try to clear a ball, and either way, yeah, a couple big mistakes from Thiago Silva.
yeah, some big mistakes. Cucurella, who he was finally starting to do good. You know, he looked really out of place today or that game. He looked a little over the place. He really didn't know who to mark. Um, our Newcastle just played really well.
Newcastle can thrash a team that's making mistakes. We've seen them do
You
it
know,
before. They did it again. This is a thrashing for sure. It was at Newcastle too, but man,
St. James
definitely,
Park it was intense. The way the fans were chanting,
yeah.
they were immense.
And Chelsea's been on a roll. I thought this was going to be another one for
Yeah,
them to prove themselves, but man, it just sometimes it be like that. But international break for sure, huge, huge difference maker, especially coming back a couple days before. But yeah, I mean, still, we'll see next week what Chelsea can continue to do because they're still in the race. I think they're still in the race. They got a fair shot, just as anyone else. I think they could do it. Brighton beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. Hudson Odoi's back. He's
yeah,
been
he was
making
back.
plays
He looked good. Like,
a
disappointing
lot.
not to go away with the win, but he looked good again. Just the way right where he left off.
Brighton's been absolutely stellar as well. So I mean, not too much of a shocker there. I think it's more of a shocker that was so close. But yeah, I mean, it was at Nottingham too. They had a good chance and didn't make it. But either way, that's Nottingham just doing Nottingham. That's all it is. Um, Sheffield United and Bournemouth. Bournemouth with 3-1. This was definitely Sheffield's chance to get points, and they fumbled it horribly. Keeper with a huge mistake cost the goal. And then Brentford 0-1 to Arsenal. Arsenal, like I said, I mean, they're kind of in the same thing as City right now. I think they're lacking a bit dominance. They still have dominance. I mean, it's not like they don't. It's just they're not putting as many goals in as they could be or as they should be. The same as City, I believe. Um, but Arsenal, I mean, we'll probably see them thrash Lens maybe tomorrow,
Maybe
or I don't know if it's the
they
day after.
struggled. They struggled last
They've
time. They
struggled
lost.
against Lens, yeah, but still, I mean, that's what we said of against who did they play before Lens this past one, and we were like, oh, they might lose because they've been struggling, and then they freaking dominated. Can't remember who it was, but either way, I think they'll regain. Hopefully, City regain it too. I think City's gonna rest a lot of players though because they're already through. Alvarez might start. Holland might play a half, maybe. Foden maybe doesn't start. Grealish probably will start. Um, yeah, I mean, Rico Lewis should start. All the youngsters should start for sure. Definitely get Rodri in there, I'd say. Just keep him doing him. Let's take a look at the table. And Arsenal currently sitting first, scraping away a win against Bournemouth,
Bournemouth.
I think it was. Yeah, Bournemouth. And they're sitting at 30 points. City are sitting at 29. Liverpool sitting at 28. Villa jump into the top four and sit at 28. Tottenham at 26. Manchester United at 24. Newcastle 23. Brighton 22. West Ham 20. And Chelsea at 16. Brentford are tied with Chelsea. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have laughed in your face. Now, but to be fair, Brentford are not horrible. They've been horrible to me this season, but I said at the beginning of the year that Brentford was not horrible. Everton, with the point deduction, are now in 19th place, just above Burnley on goal differential, which is huge.
That
Sheffield, yeah,
you look at the
Sheffield,
goal difference, it looks disgusting.
yeah. Sheffield is the only one that has a worse goal differential than Burnley with minus 23, but they have 5 points. But the gap between 18 and 17 is pretty hefty. Luton definitely scored huge beating Palace because that jumped them up. They would have only been a point ahead if they lost, or if they draw, it would have been 2 points ahead. But either way, this 4 point gap at least gives them a game in hand, just about to control their own fate. And if Luton could stay in, big things next year. I think they sign some players and they can keep staying alive. But yeah, I mean Sheffield, man, you gotta change something quick. Everton, I don't think that they will. I don't think they'll get relegated.
You think they'll
I
survive?
think I think they'll find a way to survive. Bournemouth has been looking, yeah. I think maybe they could fall off. They got Villa next. Luton have Brentford. They could actually win that game, I think. Burnley have Sheffield. This is a big, big game. Huge game. Sheffield needs to get these points. So do
Mm-hmm.
Burnley. Koleosho for Burnley played insanely well this past week. Absolute dominance from him on the wing. I want to see that kid play somewhere else because he deserves to stay in the Prem. I think he could play for like a Bournemouth. I think he could play for like a Palace, a Wolves, a Brentford. Yeah, I think he could play for one of those teams that just lingers around the Premier League. I don't know. I mean, I could maybe see him play at West Ham. I don't know about Brighton. They got a lot of talent. Probably not Villa. They have a lot of talent. Chelsea, nah, can't
Nah.
see it. Can't see it at Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, just those mid teams. The guy deserves to be in the Prem, I think. Maybe even Fulham, but Williams pretty much got that locked up in the Wobie. But yeah, I think he deserves. He's got talent. He's got real talent. I've been saying it all year. When I saw that list of worst signings this year and Koleosho was on it, I was like, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. But yeah, it's scary for Luton Town because Everton have been playing well, and they're just on the brink, just on the brink. Um, but yeah, I mean, bad vibes going on at Everton because of the point relegation for sure. But let's hope they could stay in it. Everyone wants to see them relegated, but
Yes.
I think they're better than that. I think they're better, even with the point deduction. Um, Speaking of point deductions,
Man City.
Manchester City and Chelsea
Both
are both
under
under
speculation.
investigation, and both allegedly could seriously be relegated.
Yeah, they're saying relegation, not even point deduction. They're
Yeah,
saying
not
full
they're
on
saying
relegation.
relegation. And Pep, yeah, I mean Pep's been making it sound every interview like it is gonna happen. That's I don't even know what to say
Yeah,
if it
because
does happen. What do you? I mean,
with Chelsea's Todd Bowley and co, they're finding all this stuff, and they're doing the right thing and trying to save themselves. They're reporting it as soon as they find it. Because if they found it and decide not to tell the Prem, what's going on, it could be even worse than that. So, I get what they're trying to do. Trying to protect themselves. Because if something comes, it'll be like maybe like hopefully a slap on the wrist. But
they're talking about relegation, buddy. They're talking about relegation.
yeah, but they at least
Just
reported
a
it.
slap on the
Man
wrist.
City's full on denying everything. Like, nah, man, we didn't do it. Man.
Innocent until
Nah, man,
proven
we didn't do it.
guilty. Either way,
115
either way,
charges, buddy,
either way, someone's getting relegated.
from Champions League to League Two to Championship.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what do you think happens if both of
Dude,
these clubs get
I don't
relegated?
know.
I mean,
Well,
who? I'm sure. Like guys won't. I know. I don't think guys will stay. I think if anyone has the best chance of guys staying, it's Pep. And I don't even know if Pep would stay. He said in a jokingly way that we have a better chance of me staying if we get relegated than we do of winning the Champions League. But still, I don't think he'd stay. And then Holland's gone. Then maybe like Phil Foden would stay because this is a boyhood club. But like, if I'm Gore Vidal, if I'm Ruben Diaz, if I'm maybe Kyle Walker would stay. I mean, they could get back right in the next season, but still, a whole season in the championship,
Championship.
that's awful. I don't even know if Chelsea would make it back.
Oh,
Hey, Nkuku would be gone. Enzo would be gone. I mean,
oh,
who would
buddy, we
stay?
lose Enzo. I'm
Who would
done.
stay? I don't even know if Reece James would stay. Uh, Honestly, who would stay? That could be game changer. I mean, we don't. I mean, we laugh about it, but if it happens,
We're
buddy.
like, oh fuck.
I mean,
Maybe
yeah,
it'd be easier for us to go to a game.
yeah, it'd be cheaper for sure. Uh, no, honestly, it is a bit scary to think about, but
But you
hopefully,
gotta think about it. If the Prem loses two top clubs like that, they're gonna lose a lot of money. So I think they're gonna take that into consideration.
this is Ivan. Ivan would be corrupt. Ivan would be corrupt. Ivan would take the thing. He would take
The
he would
bribe?
take the money and look the other way. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that they're gonna lose a lot of revenue because they have a lot of fans all over the world, especially in the
Yeah,
U.S. as well.
absolutely.
So not having those two teams would, I'm definitely sure it'll affect them hugely.
Yeah. In Manchester City, they just had a record year for revenue in the Premier League in total.
Mm-hmm.
They also have the highest payroll, but still, I mean, that type of revenue, yeah, will surely be missed. I'm sure it'll still be there, because I don't know. I mean, you'll still have it for someone. If these fans are bandwagons, they'll just buy Arsenal gear. You know, I mean,
Man,
if
go
they're
back to Man
not,
United.
if they're not, maybe merchandise goes down, and I'll buy even more. But no, I mean, I'm sure I don't know what they'll think. Anyway, um, let's go to the Champions League.
Let's
Champions League.
go,
Getting
Champions League.
scared. It's like anxiety.
The anxieties.
Yeah, setting in. Just thinking about it. Sometimes I lay there at night and I'm like,
Damn,
oh
we're
my
gonna
god,
go.
Holland's gonna leave.
He's going to Madrid.
If Holland leaves for Madrid, I will cry. All right, let's see. So tomorrow, match day 5, Lazio Celtic should be a good one. Hopefully,
Like it feels
Lazio
anything like
should
last
win that
game.
game. Yeah, Lazio should win it. But Shakhtar, Antwerp are done.
We will not be watching.
We will not be there. We will not be there. Feyenoord, Atletico. Atletico's probably gonna rest. Feyenoord should win.
I need Santi Jimenez. Prove these haters wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm rapping for my boy.
I think he's due for a big transfer either in January or the summer. PSG Newcastle, that's got to be the game to watch again. Newcastle had their number, demolished them the first time. We'll see. We'll see what PSG respond with. This is Mbappe's time, buddy. He's been short all year. Not necessarily short. He hasn't been in the spotlight because he plays in France. He needs to reassert his dominance in the football world with this game. He needs to do it.
We need to see France Mbappe.
We need to see
not PSG
World
Mbappe,
Cup.
France Mbappe.
France Mbappe. Milan Dortmund should be a good one too. This group of death is surely the most entertaining we will have all season. I mean, it's not necessarily the thing about the group stage in this group of death is every game is insane. And yet, like I said, I think this is some of the most entertaining football we're gonna have all year.
To the last day.
Each of these games could be a final. Like, this is realistically, I mean, PSG versus Newcastle, that could be a final game. Milan versus Dortmund, a little bit less, but still could be a final game in some way. But yeah, I mean, Man City, Leipzig, City should be resting. I will be there either way. I will be watching, not actually there. Young boys, football, I don't know. Young boys should win that game. Barca, Porto. Xavi is on the brink. It's the rumors. And Juan Laporta keeps saying that he's 100% their coach no matter what. But that's exactly what you say before you sack him.
Hey, and then Rafa Marquez has been coaching Barcelona
the
B team, and they're saying he's been a really good coach.
He's been killing it. Yeah, the B team's been killing it. But I mean,
if they sack him,
saying,
there's the backup.
They're saying that if Barca loses this game, Xavi's done. And I think, to be fair, I think Xavi has done insanely well for what Barcelona have handed him.
And he just lost his fucking star boy. Oh god,
yeah, I mean,
that's gonna be crucial.
They brought him in. The team was in shambles. The team's still in shambles. They have no money to do anything. They're keeping these players. They're like, okay, you want to play here for your whole, or for this is your dream to play here, right? And then this is how Xavi goes. This is your dream to play here, right? And then they're like, yes. He's like, okay,
for free,
70% off.
Dude, João Felix is basically playing for free.
Yeah, bro. But João Felix said that he would pay to play at Barcelona if he had to. That's what he said. But they also said now they're saying that he's not coming back. I mean, it's a loan. They don't have the money to afford him.
The Lewandowski.
I am hearing also that Joshua Kimmich is their top priority, and him and Xavi are on the same page already, allegedly. But if Xavi gets sacked, that could all change. I also can't imagine Kimmich in a Barca uniform. Kind of gross. But I mean, I love Kimmich. I love Barca. Barca's great, growing up and everything. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think Rafa Marquez is definitely the next step up if they sack him. I don't think they should sack him. I think no matter what coach you bring in is going to have to deal with it. Xavi's already used to it. Let him run with it. Let him get you out of it. Like, okay, I mean, he knows what he's dealing with already. Every coach that comes in from now on is going to be frustrated. They're going to be frustrated. They can't buy the players they want to play. They're going to be frustrated. Their players get injured. They're playing 16-year-olds. I mean, like I said before they lost the last game, we were talking about it, and I'm like, dude, Barca might lose. They're playing like two 16-year-olds, one 17-year-old, and one 19, and a couple of 19-year-olds. I'm like, dude, like, they don't have depth. They don't have the money for depth.
They don't.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what really happens, but I think that they should definitely keep Xavi until they at least get into a better financial standing to buy players for the next coach. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let's see. We have
and then Wednesday's games.
Yeah,
Man
big
United,
game.
Galatasaray.
That's a big game.
We
That's
are
the
here
group
for the
decider right
downfall of Man
there.
United.
We're here. We
Oh,
are here. Sevilla PSV, that should be a good one too. Bayern Copenhagen, Bayern are already through. You should see Matthias Tell get the start. He
hopefully.
should. Lot of transfer rumors right now about Florian Wirtz going to Bayern to replace Musiala.
Or imagine having both of them in the team. Oh God,
no, that's crazy.
That'd be insane.
Arsenal Lens.
It's gonna be a good game. It should be a good game. If it's anything like the first game, we are here for it. We're here for the Lens. Beat down
Braga
on Arsenal.
Union Berlin. It's Union
Berlin's
been
struggling,
struggling, but Braga sucked too. I mean, Braga sucked too, so this is a big game for them to see who goes to the Europa. Madrid Napoli, that should be a big game too, but I think Madrid are one game away from being through, or maybe they are through. I think they're still one game away from being through for sure. But either way, that should be a good game. Benfica Inter should also be a good game. I'm hoping. And then Sociedad Salzburg. Sociedad should take care of them, no problem. Let's take a look at the groups.
Let's see. Group A, Bayern 12, Copenhagen 4, Galatasaray 4, and Man United 3.
So I'm saying, I mean, I think Bayern will win their game no matter what. They
should, unless a fucking
even their
upset.
second teamers, yeah. But I mean, either way, I think if they're close to losing, they'll sub these guys in. I think the heavy hitters. We're already seeing that Xabi Alonso is supposedly going to be Bayern's coach next season.
Xabi Alonso is killing it.
Yeah, and apparently, and he was supposed to be Madrid's, but you never know. Now they're talking about Ancelotti extending, but you never know. It went from him being Madrid's next season coach to now he's going to be Bayern, so we'll see. Copenhagen, like I said, Bayern should win that first game. But the Galatasaray Man United game is the biggest game of the year for both of those teams so far. I think if you lose this for Man United,
we're done.
Ten Hag's still even more under the microscope because I definitely don't think Man United could get a Champions League spot. I think the top 4 teams are just too good in the Prem. I think they need to find their way to make it through and make this season count in the Champions League. And then to me, the Europa League is just different. It's different. It's different than the Champions League, but it's also different from just like playing shit teams, you know? It's like it has its own like people that like Sevilla, they're just made for it. Like Man United, yeah, they're a superior team I think than a lot of teams in Europa, but I just don't think they could beat a team like Sevilla in that tournament, a team like maybe Brighton in that tournament, a team like West Ham even in that tournament. I think those teams just know the atmosphere already. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. Every football game technically is the same, right? But it's not. It's not, and I don't think Man United could survive the Europa any more than they can the Champions. um, Group B, Arsenal with 9, PSV 5, Lens 5, and Sevilla 2. Sevilla really have, if they want a chance, they if they want to win it all again, they gotta win this one.
They need
Uh,
that third spot at least.
yeah, but Arsenal should be playing their guys. They're not through yet, so they should be playing their guys. And PSV plays Sevilla, so if Lens wins and PSV wins, that really screws things up for Arsenal for sure. Um, Group C, Madrid are through, so they should be resting. Napoli should be playing at full force. Just to confirm it, Union Berlin need this win to stay in contention. Braga are just as bad. Braga are just as bad, if not worse, but at least they put more goals in. Um, Group D, Real Sociedad and Inter are both through. Those should be resting. Bad thing about that is Benfica needs points. Salzburg need at least a draw to stay above. But either way, I mean that's a bad spot for Benfica right now.
Yeah.
Even because Salzburg, you assume Salzburg, or I'm sorry, Inter and Sociedad will be both resting heavily players. So Salzburg should get a win. That's what I'm thinking. If you're Benfica, let's see, Atletico are not through, so that should be actually an insane game. I think Atletico would dominate. I would think, but Santi Jimenez and Feyenoord could still do it.
I'm hoping.
They could still knock out Atletico Madrid. So could Lazio. A win from Lazio and Feyenoord. I mean, that they're not through, but they're both about to be through. And then Group F, it could change from today to tomorrow. We could be looking at Newcastle and Milan up top, or we could be looking at Dortmund and PSG still up top. I'm not sure what's going on there, but either a draw from at least one of those games keeps it still interesting.
Yeah, it's because one of the teams that after the first 3 games you thought there's no way they're gonna make it was Milan, and look at them now. They're sitting at third with 5 points
And a -2 goal differential.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Insane.
Group G, City and Leipzig are through. Should both be resting players. But definitely the 3-4 spot. Young Boys is better than that. Young Boys should be in third. Definitely Leipzig and Man City are insane teams to play. So I get it. But they need to win this game 100%. Because the heads up, the goal differential, they're already behind him. They played City. It's not their fault. But for sure, they need to win this game. They're both tied at 1 point. And then Group H, Shakhtar should be Antwerp, so that'll put them at 9, which would be a 3-way tie at 9, or not a 3-way tie at 9. It'd be at least a tie at 9 between Barca and Porto if someone loses
Unless they
that game.
draw, yeah.
Yeah, unless
It'll
they
make it a
draw.
little bit more interesting.
Yeah, but apparently Xavi's legacy's on the line here. His job is on the line here. We'll see. But I mean, there's still a couple. Group of Death is definitely the one to watch. I'm still gonna be there for the City game, even though they're at the same time. I gotta watch the
Go
City game.
Lazo show, buddy.
No,
But if you got 2 screens at work, 2 screens and your phone,
2 screens. That's funny. No,
bring your
but
iPad if you got it.
for else. No, but it should be a good week at Champions League. It's getting tough though. It's getting tough. A lot of games coming for these guys. More games coming. Give them another 2 weeks, and let me see. Take a look. See real quick.
Yeah, because after that, then they play again on December 12th, the final games of the Champions League.
Yeah, but
Oh,
okay.
and there's
Here's the one I'm talking about. So next week, I believe. Let me pull up the calendar. What day are we? The 27th. Okay, yeah. So next week is the start of Boxing Day. So Saturday we're gonna have a full slate of games. Sunday full slate of games. Then Tuesday we have 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday full slate. Thursday 2 games. Friday off. Saturday full slate. Sunday full slate. And then you don't have another game till Friday. But still,
But still, you
this
got
is
to
the week
take.
with coming off international break, with all the injuries that are going on right now, playing Champions League this week, and
Yeah,
then you're gonna have Champions League. When do you say again? Let's
yeah. 'Cause
see.
look at it. If we look on December 10th, Tottenham Newcastle. Newcastle has the late kickoff game, and then they go having to play against Milan on the 13th. Oh, buddy, this is what makes it so special because
But
they
this is
have to
what we've been
go.
saying too. This is what we've been saying about Newcastle, that they lack the depth for this coming time, because well, even with Tonali, they only bought Tonali. They got Lewis Hall on loan, but still, at the end of the day, they a starter that you need, or the guys that you have starters last season should be the reserve or the bench now. But you only had Tonali. Now he's out. I mean, you're basically running with the same team last year, going into what you're going into now. Callum Wilson is still not full, still not ready. And then yeah, right after that Sunday of Boxing Week, you got Champions League games on the 12th and 13th. Then back to Friday, then Saturday, Sunday again. It's just absolutely insane. In the 1-2, let's see. Let's see if they have a game right there. Okay, the 18th. Yeah, okay, so the week of the 12th, or the week of the 10th in December, you have Champions League games again, and then the next week you have Champions League again, and then the next week is Boxing Week again. That's unreal. That is unreal. That's actually, yeah,
It's
it's kind
gonna
of.
be insane.
So you basically have, after this week, no, not even after this week. This past week was it, and it was international break. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3. No games there. That was the rest. The rest for international break. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 games. Let's see. In 7 days, you're potentially playing 3 games,
That's insane.
and that's like the Man Cities, the Newcastles, the Liverpools. But like the Liverpool one, I think Liverpool kind of get the short end of it, because upcoming they just played Saturday, then they're gonna have to play on Thursday, and then they're gonna have to play again on Sunday.
Oh God, yeah, it's gonna be
That
it's gonna
sucks.
be
But
tough.
yeah, we may see some injuries. Hopefully not, but hopefully everybody stays through. Pedro Neto is not yet ready to return. He should be hopefully in another week or two. Um, let's see, they play on Tuesday, so maybe he's ready to go by Tuesday. He's got over a week, and they said this game he was close, but just not ready. But let's see, those Wednesday slate. I'm looking forward to that. It's middle of the day. Tuesday 2. Luton versus Arsenal. Oh, my Sunday this week. Wait, what's today? Yeah, my Sunday this week. Man City versus Tottenham. Oh, chef's kiss. I have a Sunday off. Get to watch the slate of games. I'm waking up at 6. I'm going for the Chelsea Brighton game first, and then I'm gonna go into the City game, and then I'm gonna go into the NFL.
Must be nice.
And it's the Niners Eagles.
Niners Eagles. Oh God.
So that Sunday, that's a Sunday. That's a Sunday right there. That's a full Sunday. Oh, nothing on Monday, but still can't complain. Can't
Can't
complain.
complain.
That's a hell of a Sunday. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I think that's all I have. Let's just recap real quick who's leading the Golden Boot race, and that is I think it's
Mr.
still Holland.
Yeah, 14.
No, it's Hoyland.
Oh, he's on
No,
Champions League.
I'm in Champions League.
Yeah.
We'll look at the Premier League too. Okay, Hoyland with 5, Morata
Mhm.
with 5, Evan Nilsson 4, Harry Kane 4, Griezmann 4, Holland 4, Bellingham 3. But yeah, I mean, we should see at least Mbappe move up, maybe even Hoyland.
Hopefully, yeah.
But yeah, let's look at the Prem one real quick. It is still your boy, Erling Haaland with 14, Mo Salah with 10, Jared Bowen with 8, Heung-min Son with 8, Hwang Hee-chan with 7, who scored a goal today. It was a pen, but still counts. Pedro Neto, still the assist leader, hasn't played in 2-3 weeks. Still the assist leader. Sam Johnstone still with the most clean sheets.
Onana's right there with 5 too, and
Onana
Nick
right
Pope.
there. Nick Pope.
Who would have thought? Onana.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Yeah, that's for sure. Doku now has 5 assists too. Madison's still up there with 5. Evan Ferguson scored a goal this past week.
Yeah, he should be at 6.
So he's at 6. He was at 5 4 weeks ago when he's been out this whole time, so that's pretty dang good. Yeah, I mean, still looking good. I'm so excited. This is it. This is what you dream about these
Make
upcoming
or
weeks.
break.
You just hope everyone stays healthy, and this is the time.
Please, I beg you.
Yeah, but it's time to go, and that's all I got today.
That's it. You've been kicking it with the Gavin juice.
Thank you. Follow us on social media. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify.
OnlyFans.
All of it.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. That's all I got.
All right. Later.